Middle of the night, Californian time.
Yeah.
We got 6 delivered.
Suddenly, we start to see the first SUVs being delivered, and they did indeed. They were unveiled in California, where they have a big factory outlet there. And interestingly, this new Model X is aimed at people like you, with families, and people like me as a female, because actually, women buy more than half of all small SUVs. Here it is. You can hear the cheers in the background. If you happen to have $132,000, which is the base price, you'll be able to go 250 miles in this particular puppy with one single charge. 6 or 7 passengers. There's 3 rows of seats there. You can be able to fold them down, put in your surfboards, your skis, what other cool equipment you might be having. Or your children. Well, if you don't have that many children, you can fold them down. Meanwhile, 155 miles per hour is how quick you can get, and you can get to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds. Safety is a big thing, extolling the virtues of how safe this car is within an accident. Also, and I like this, they are dining out on Dieselgate. Of course, this is a great time to be selling a zero-emissions car. And they are talking also about filtering air, about the fact that you will not be breathing in bacteria, you won't be breathing in smog. They even say a bioweapon attack. You could survive.
It has a biohazard button within it. This is medical-grade air inside the vehicle.
Phenomenal. And it's beautiful to look at. They have, in particular, these falcon wing doors. And we can hear from Elon Musk just how the reason behind them.
The reason we created these doors was originally we were trying to solve a problem, which is how do you access the 3rd row if you have child seats in the 2nd row? You basically just press the button, the seats will go forward, and I can step directly in. So you can actually just stand right here. You can actually step into the car if you want, and you can just put your child down in the child seat. It makes a huge difference in terms of back strain and comfort. And then it also looks cool. So, yeah.
It also looks cool.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Balletic grace is what he calls it. And what's so interesting is that you can, basically, the doors will respond as to what space you give them. So if you're really tightly squeezed in a parking slot, they still manage to uncurl themselves in this rather amazing way.
So they delivered a few of them, half a dozen. They need to deliver a few more.
So these are the Founders series we've got to clap our eyes on. These are basically friends and family, basically, of Elon Musk, anyone who's close to the company, and he has inspected them specifically. But now, the next series is, of course, the Signature series you get. You've already had to pay up $40,000 deposit to reserve that. But the aim is to sell 50 to 55,000 of both Model S, Model X, so across the board, your Teslas, they are putting in production of 50 to 55,000 this year. That was a slightly crimped target because these middle rows, to be able to fit your 7-person family, was slightly more complex. So they've had to bring in how many they were really going to be able to get off the ground this year. But they still need...
It's over-engineered, basically, which sounds a bit like Elon Musk.
Exactly. I mean, this car has the biggest windscreen, the biggest single piece of glass on any car known to man. So this is why they made it so complex, and it is very difficult to put together. Interestingly, I understand that there's already 25,000 Model X's on order. That means you're going to have to wait 8 to 12 months if you order now. But they need to start churning these cars out. They need to do it swiftly, smoothly, to be able to meet the demand.